Crystals. Of course. No!
But Dr. Cortex, to reach full power, we need not only your master crystal, but also the remaining 25 slave crystals from the surface. How do you expect to retrieve them when we don't have any Earthbound operatives left?
You fool! Do you think I'm unaware of the situation? If we don't have any friends left on the surface, then we'll need to find an enemy.
Crash! Dad! My battery is fried. Make yourself useful, big brother, and bring an extra battery for me.
If it isn't Crash Bandicoot, welcome. I apologize for the crude means used to bring you here, but I'd rather expect a written invitation would have been turned down. I need your help. Surrounding you are a series of 5 doors. Through each door lies a well-hidden crystal. The crystals look like this. Bring me the crystals, Crash. That is all I will say for now. We will speak again.
Hey guys, how you doing? This is Squeezy Baby Gaming coming at you. So, I'm just doing a little live stream challenge on Crash 2 of the N Sane Trilogy. And I've just taken a little break from playing Far Cry 5, which I'll give you a quick opinion of it, although I haven't completed it. It's a pretty good game. And there's still lots of things I need to do on it, but recently I just got Cheeseburger. And no, I'm not talking about going to McDonald's. I'm talking about the bear. Yes, there's a bear called Cheeseburger. I know it sounds silly, but there you go. And I also got Peaches the cougar. Man, where do they come up with these names? So yeah, here's my little challenge of the N Sane Trilogy. And I'm basically getting to the end of the game with any percentage, so I don't have to get all the gems if I don't want to. And I have to get to the end of the game without losing a single life. Now I have actually tried this challenge quite a few times already, and in fact I did the same on Crash 3. I managed to get to Cortex, but then I lost a life, which is super annoying, I know. And the furthest I got on this game was Tiny Tiger. So let's see if I can get there. But at the back of my mind, I'm just dreading the B levels. Thinking B levels. But to keep this video interesting and also to get as many views as possible, I'm going to do a host of mini challenges as well. But my original intention for this level was to try and get the blue gem. And in case there's a small chance of people who don't know how to get the blue gem on this game, is to get to the end of the level without breaking a single box, which I've already buggered up doing anyway. But there's plenty of other mini challenges I'll be doing, but I'll be pointing those out when I get to them. Like I say, to try and keep this video as interesting and entertaining as possible. So what do I think of this game? Well, I played the original Crash Bandicoot games on the PlayStation 1 when they first came out, although it's just called PlayStation back in the day. So I played Crash 1, 2, 3, Crash Team Racing, Crash Bash. They were all pretty good games. And I'm hoping they do a remaster of Crash Team Racing and Crash Bash at some point. We'll see. So what do I think of a remaster of the first three Crash games? I think Vicarious Visions did an amazing job with it, and it just goes to show that they put a lot of work and dedication into you know, bringing the charm back to Crash Bandicoot. Although I do admit that Crash Minds of the Mutant and Crash of Titans were not my favourites, though it's still enjoyable nonetheless. Oh, while we're on the subject of remasters, I had to mention something after Cortex has finished talking. Thanks for that, Crash. And I already had my dinner.
Well done, Crash. I knew I could rely on you. Now listen carefully. These holograms are hard to maintain. During the course of my intellectual pursuits, I have stumbled across a force that threatens to destroy the world. The crystals are the only means of containing it. The fate of the world is at stake. It is imperative, therefore, that you bring them to me.
Are you there, Crash? Crash! Crash! Are you there, Crash? There, Crash?
So yeah, as I was saying, we're talking about remasters. Now, in case there are anyone watching this live stream who were a fan of Crash Bandicoot, I'm sure you remember his purple dragon friend in the name of Spyro. And yes, Spyro Dragon is a series I've played as well on the original PlayStation, and yes, I enjoyed every single one of those. And they've just recently announced that well, it's been known for a few months at least that a remaster was in the works, and it's just recently been confirmed the other day that a remaster is being made, and they've also got a release date of, if I'm not mistaken, the 29th of September. And it's published by Activision again, because they own the rights to it. And I was actually mistaken by this one at first. I thought it was by Vicarious Visions again, but it's actually by Toys for Bob, who, if I'm not mistaken, they're the ones who did the Skylanders series. Although I personally haven't played any of the Skylanders games, I'm just hoping that Toys for Bob do a good job with the remake of Spyro the Dragon. So, judging by the trailer I've seen, it looks pretty good so far. So yeah, Spyro the Dragon is getting a remaster this year in September, which I think is going to be awesome. And it'll certainly bring back an old flame, no pun intended. But it makes me wonder what other classic PlayStation 1 games they could remake with updated graphics and stuff. I mean, if you want my opinion, I think they should do a remaster of Croc, Legend of the Gerbos. I mean, I know only 2 games were released in the series, but I still think Croc, Legend of the Gerbos was an amazing game back then. And it was one of the first few fully 3D games back in the day. So if they remastered that on the PS4, that'd be good. Well, great actually.
Interesting. Well, Crash, know this. As long as you are allied with Cortex, you are my sworn enemy, and I will do anything in my power to stop you. If the fate of the world is truly your concern, you must gather the gems, not the crystals. You obtain all 42 gems. I can use them to focus a laser. Ah, yes, a laser beam that will destroy Cortex and the space station he has created. Until then, I must use my forces to stop you from gathering crystals.
Tell you what, Brio is more nutty in this version. Well, more crazy, I should say. Okay, now on this level, I'm going to do a little mini challenge. So, if any of you guys remember, on this level, you have to get to the end of the stage within a certain time limit. The first of the time trials that came about before Crash 3 implemented it. So I'm going to do that challenge again without losing any life. You gotta love the sound effects. There we go, I just completed it in that time limit.
Crystals. Not bad. I see you are getting the hang of it. I need to conserve power. I will communicate with you again after you retrieve the 5th crystal.
So I hope the Spyro the Dragon remaster that's coming out in September is going to be really good. But I think it will be. These levels are a little tricky sometimes. up against Whipperoo. And he's a professor. So what's for lessons today? Ah, we're doing science, are we? I just can't help but smile at Whipperoo's laughs. Sorry, Whipperoo, this class is dismissed.
I see that Ripperoo failed to prove much of a challenge yet again. But back to business. There are crystals to be gathered, 20 to be exact. The planets will align shortly, all 13 of them, and this will create a power great enough to rip the Earth apart. Properly utilized, however, the crystals can absorb and contain the energy.
Crash, is that you? I've been looking everywhere. I don't have much time to tell you this. You have to be careful. Trusting Cortex seems a little unwise, Crash. I can't keep the data path open much longer. Crash, you need to follow.
I love this feature where you can play as Coco. Gets a bit cold, doesn't it, Coco? Well, it makes me wonder how she keeps hold of her laptop all the way through. Dear me. So I lost a life, unfortunately that's the end of the challenge.